Good morning. Good morning. It's a joy to welcome everyone to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Harford County. I am Sue Knause and my pronouns are she, her. And joining me this morning is Worship Associate Kimberly Roberts and UUFHC Music Director, the wonderful Brenna Kaufman, who has been traveling with me all weekend.
It's a road show. We gather each Sunday morning on site and online to share in life's meaning, to grow in care and community, and open our hearts and minds to the sacred known by many names.
We gather in community to restore the balance of our spirits, to celebrate the joys of life, and find the strength to meet our sorrows. And, in the earliest meaning of the word, worship, to consider ideas that are worthy of our time and attention.
Unitarian Universalism is a religious tradition that values diversity and embraces the wisdom of all faiths. We use science, reason, and the gifts of the Spirit to explore life's mystery and meaning.
In this tradition, we know that people need not think alike to love alike.
So whatever your heritage, however your history, and whomever you love, you are welcome here. Now may the sound of our bell and the music of our prelude center you as we enter into this time of worship.
When you're not sure who you really are, when all you feel is the shape of your scars, and you have more wounds than you can count, open your eyes, look all around, you aren't alone, this is your home. Come and remember who you are here. Do this and remember who we are. Come and remember you belong here. All belong here. When you don't know how to forgive, when locked doors seem like the only way to live, and you've got more questions than you can count, open your eyes, look all around, you aren't alone, this is your home. Come and remember who you are here. Do this and remember who we are. Come and remember you belong here. Oh, belong here. At this table, come as you are. Broken and bleeding's okay. At this table, eat and be filled. Come and drink in this grace.
It's always hard to follow you, you know? The opening words and call to worship are Love Can Keep Us Company by Jen Crow. Love can work its way into improbable and impossible situations. Like water over stone, it has the potential to wear down our suffering, create new pathways of possibility, and support life in inhospitable terrain. Love can't fix every situation, but it does have a way of working on us and opening portals to our closed hearts. Love keeps us company, settling in besides the unlikely good or the unlikely bad that comes our way. The house struck by lightning and set a fire in the middle of the night, the child lost, the immigration case that goes well or poorly, the lottery ticket in the car accident, the diagnosis and the deliverance from evil. None of it deserved, all of it happening all the same. Love cannot fix everything, but it can keep us company. It can help us imagine ourselves through the perspective of others, the ones who won't give up, who whisper through the ages. Together this morning, let's see what a little love can do. Please rise in body and spirit as you are comfortable and join in singing our opening hymn, number 124.
Chalice lighting is a reading by Cooper Garrett. O divine love, with the kindling of this flame, may we realize and love our true selves, our true bags under our eyes selves, our true naturally hairy selves, our true wrinkles on our skin selves, and may our self-love help to keep our chalice ablaze. So now is the time to briefly share a sorrow or a gratitude, a joy, something that you're carrying deeply within your heart this morning. And if you're on site in the sanctuary, please come up to the front and you can speak to the microphone right over there while Sue lights a candle for you. And if you're on Zoom, go ahead and use the chat function and I will read it aloud or actually Brenna this morning is going to read it aloud as Sue lights a candle. And a few gentle reminders, this is not a time for announcements or politics. And if you could say your first name, and please share from your heart and your own experience, and just be mindful not to share the experience of anybody else unless they asked you to. So would anyone like to share this morning? I can see that we are.
It's not easy being green having to spend each day the color of the leaves, when I think it would be nicer being red or yellow or gold, or something much more colorful like that. It's not easy being green. Seems you blend in with so many other ordinary things, and people tend to pass you over, 'cause you're not standing out like flashing sparkles in the water or stars in the sky. But green's the color of spring, and green can be cool and friendly like, and green can be big like an ocean, or important like a mountain, or tall like a tree. When green is all there is to be, it can make you wonder why. But why wonder I'm green? It'll do fine. And I think it's what I want to be. Spring, and green can be cool and friendly like, and green can be big like an ocean, or important like a mountain, or tall like a tree. When green is all there is to be, it can make you wonder why. But why wonder I'm green? It'll do fine. It's beautiful. And I think it's what I want to be.
Each Sunday, we invite those gathered here to support the mission of this congregation by offering a financial contribution. This fellowship intentionally welcomes the pluralism of theological beliefs as members seek to learn and grow, acknowledging our interdependence as we help each other toward greater understanding. Financial contributions allow this congregation to reach out to all who seek a life-affirming message of love and hope. If you're online, click on the Zoom chat to contribute, the link in the Zoom chat to contribute. And if you're on site, you can place a donation in the basket, which will be coming around in a moment. Or you can sit there and use your device and find the donate links on uufhc.net. There are two links, one for pledges and one for general offerings. Whatever method of giving you choose, your generosity helps to grow a healthier, more joyful UU community, and in keeping with our religious heritage, to draw the circle of love and justice a little bit wider. could play that video for us, Rent?
Yeah. Good morning. I bet you never thought that when you sponsored me as an aspirant that you would be my lab, or that I would make you watch musicals, which, if you know me at all, I don't really like musicals, but here we are. The next clip I'm going to show you, this is something I put together for my class, and it's near and dear to me. The next clip is from the movie Wicked, and if you have not seen Wicked, and I am not a musical person, but I assure you there are so many messages in that movie. And so the next clip is from Wicked, and I'd really like you to pay attention to the last scene of it. So Glenn, if you could cue that up and get that ready, and then we'll talk about it.
Popular, you're gonna be popular. I'll teach you the proper place when you talk to boys, the ways to avoid and don'ts. Ew, I'll show you what shoes to wear, how to fix your hair, everything that really counts to be popular. I'll help you be popular. You'll hang with the right cohorts, you'll be good at sports, know the slang you've got to know. So let's start, cause you've got an awfully long way to go. Don't be offended by my frank analysis, think of it as personality dialysis. Now that I've chosen to become a power sister and advisor, there's nobody wiser, not when it comes to popular. I know about popular, and with an assist from me to be who you'll be instead of dreaming who you were. Well, there's nothing that can stop you from becoming popular. Lar. We're gonna make you popular.
This is never gonna work.
What? Elfie! You mustn't think that way. Your whole life is gonna change. And it's all because of me. Come on. When I see depressing creatures with unprepossessing features, I remind them of their own. We have to be celebrated heads of state or especially great communicators. Did they have brains or not? Well, don't make me laugh. They were
Popular.
It's all about popular. It's not about aptitude. It's the way you're viewed. So it's very true to be very, very popular. Like me. And hair. First, hair. We toss our hair. Ready? Toss, toss. That's a choice. Next, I'm gonna transform this simple frock/coat, this simple throat, boop, into a magnificent ball gown. Ball gown. Seriously?
Do you need my help?
No, just wear the throat. It's pretty. Let's just start a little smaller. After you, Madame. Let's see. Oh. Maybe. Just this. Pink goes good with green.
Goes well with green.
It so does. Why, Miss Elphaba? Look at you. You're beautiful.
We have to go.
I share this message with you today, certainly not as a source of authority, but as a fellow traveler, trying and working through what it means to love better. There is a lot in that clip to sort through, but for me, what stuck out was that last scene where Elphaba couldn't reconcile this makeover with her true self. And that these two very different people, Elphaba and Glinda, with very different experiences of life, finally become friends. For Glinda, as a sign of love, she felt she had to make over Elphaba so she too could be popular, a value that Glinda held very highly. She had to fix Elphaba to meet Glinda's criteria of success and popularity based on her experiences and context. The very last scene is Elphaba looking at herself in the mirror and struggling to reconcile this fix with who she really was. Elphaba had clearly struggled with being an outcast and thinking this is what it takes to be accepted. She hesitantly went along. Early in the LGBTQ+ movement, civil rights activist and my hero, Urvashi Vaid, wrote a book, Virtual Equality. In it, she lays out the argument of assimilation versus acceptance. She believed that the acceptance of the LGBTQ plus people and culture is transformative to the larger culture versus mere assimilation of the queer and trans community into the mainstream culture. Understanding that assimilation was what was expected of Elphaba, she initially took the path of assimilation. What I also take from this scene is our very human nature or drive towards fixing people. I don't recall where Elphaba had asked for these fixes. Jesus had never healed people without first asking them, "What do you need?" I have to confess, my name is Sue, and I am a chronic fixer. This, like Linda, demonstrated how love was modeled for me, and in turn, how I love the people in my life. The problem here is that I assume that I know what history they have, what culture they have, what special gifts they might have, and what values they embrace, and that my situatedness is applicable to all others. Apparently, it's a universal cure for everyone. The second thing it does is deprive them of their own agency and ability to solve their own problems. I am trying to assimilate them into my cultural context and personal life experiences. Partially, I'm stealing their dignity. I'm not acknowledging that their journey to this point is different than mine. I'm telling them that their story is wrong. It also sets up a hierarchy in the relationship. It exerts power and control over someone else's own process and autonomy. Love does not exist in power and control. They're opposites. I had a relationship with someone, and before I met her, I was, for sure, a fixer. I would jump in and offer solutions without her asking, and she was irate with me and would chew me out. I was bewildered. I mean, this is what love is. Let me fix it for you, which means let me fix you. There is something about you that doesn't measure up to my experience or values, but she just wanted to be seen and heard, not fixed. What it signaled to her is that she was not capable or smart enough to find her own solutions, and that I knew all the context of her backstory. I must admit that the hardest part of loving people is to see them in discomfort, pain, and grief. Most of the time, though, what they need is someone to sit beside them in that place. I interviewed a really wise minister that we all know, and when I asked her what she thinks theology is, she said companioning people, and that is a privilege. Parker Palmer discusses his own bouts of crippling clinical depression that left him housebound for long periods of time. He had a friend that would come by daily and just sit with him in that space. One of my closest, dearest friends, whom I care deeply for and probably knows my heart and spirit the best out of anybody on the planet, lives with bipolar depression. She goes through long periods of darkness, and it took me a while in her explaining that there's nothing you can do to fix it. It just is. She doesn't live near me anymore, but we have weekly phone calls. So now, when I see the symptoms of depression starting to slip over her, and she starts pushing off our weekly calls, I send her a regular text. Hi, thinking of you, love you. It's my way of acknowledging, I see you and I'm sitting with you. We are Unitarian Universalists, and we are uniquely qualified. It's part of our core values to meet people where they are. We understand that all people have inherent dignity and worth as they are. We accept you for who you are. Assimilation is not required. Your experiences and differences make our faith richer. We do not have a script or a prescription for acceptance or salvation. We firmly reject molds and masks that keep us from being fully authentic and fully realized individuals. Even people we vehemently disagree with have inherent dignity and worth. In meeting people where they are, we encourage them to grow into the fullest authentic versions of themselves, not our version of who they should be. If Elphaba had stayed in the assimilated mold and mask of Galinda's values, she would have never been able to realize the fullest expression of what she had to offer, which was her magic. We understand and make sacred the voices of those on the margins, the outcasts, the remnants, that they do not need to be fixed, but rather may offer us insight into transcendence. Whoever said love means never having to say you are sorry clearly has not been in a long-term relationship, or it didn't last very long after saying that. But can we find it in ourselves to offer the greatest gift of love, loving people right where they are, for who they are, with our presence, our ears, an arm around them, and a shoulder to lean into? Love means I see you, I accept you as you are, and as Jesus modeled, asking, what do you need? Thank you. So if you would join me now for the prayer and the meditation. First, I want to take a minute and close your eyes and think about the person or people in your life that offer you the love and support you need and see you and sit with you in times of need. Take a minute to think of them and send gratitude. Thank you, Divine Spirit, for sending us such love and support in our lives. We are deeply grateful for the love you send to us through these people, the example of unconditional love and support. Help us to walk closer to your love by being the person who sees, accepts, and loves the people in our lives, not as we wish them to be, not our ideal of who they should be, but as they are, respecting their journey, their differences, and their uniqueness. Help us to be better friends and to love unconditionally as you taught us, without fixing our ideas of how to live out their journey, but wonderfully holy humans living out this wonderful, painful, curious journey together. Amen and Ashe.
I'll read the benediction.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. For our benediction, we're bringing you these words edited from Carrie Holly Hurt.
Turn your mic on.
So Carrie Holly Hurt wrote this benediction. Love holds you in all of your perfect imperfections. Love bears witness to all your inherent dignity and worthiness. It witnesses how you try, succeed, and fail, and it doesn't flinch. Love sees you and holds you right where you are, as you are. Love will not let go. Love holds all of you. Now we extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts and out into all the world.
You can hold my hand. hand when you need to let go. I can be your mountain when you're feeling valley low. I can be your street light, showing you the way home. If you hold my hand when you need to let go. I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world while we're young and able, and bring us back together when the day is done. If we want a garden, we're gonna have to sow the seeds, plant a little happiness, let the roots run deep. If it's love that we give, then it's love that we reap. If we want a garden, we're gonna have to sow the seeds. I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world while we're young and able, and bring us back together when the day is done. The door is always open, your pictures on my wall. Everyone's a little broken, and everyone belongs. Yeah, everyone belongs. Yeah, I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world while we're young and able, and bring us back together when the day is done. And bring us back together when the day is done.
We are all a little broken, but we all belong. And you are the people I want at my crowded table. So thank you.
Before we break and go get coffee and some delicious treats, I just wanted to remind you all that next week is the GA service, General Assembly. And let me grab this. Oh, just this. So, as it says in the announcements, one of the treasured American rights is the freedom to assemble, and we gather at UUFHC at 10:30 next week, as usual, for a brief period of our own service. And then we'll begin streaming UUA General Assembly's service, which is always amazing. It also tends to run about 70 minutes. So we are asking you to please consider bringing savories and sweets to share both before and after the GA service. And while it's running, it's going to be a little more informal. You are encouraged to use the bathroom, go for bio breaks whenever you need. If you need to get up and walk around, feel free to do that, and grab yourself one of the savories or the sweets. So everybody, please, kind of like a mini potluck next week. So let's have coffee.
Yeah.